Welcome to another VeVe Digital Collectibles comic breakdown. I'm Corey with VeVe, and today we're going to be looking at X-Men #1, which was the debut comic and the first ever ongoing X-Men series coming from the legendary story writer Jonathan Hickman. For fans of X-Men, there's a few names that sit at the very pinnacle of great storytelling, and the comic we're looking at today further solidify Jonathan Hickman as one of those names. His vision for a whole new world of possibility, the dawn of X, was brought to life by the unique art and styling of Leinil Yu, and it set the stage for one of the most popular comic runs of the modern age. And we're going to talk about all of that and more, but first let's look at the drop details. X-Men #1 is scheduled to release on Thursday, June 29th at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, meaning 7,500 editions across the 5 rarities and with exclusive variant covers by Salvador Larroca and Edgar Delgado. This comic will have a retail price of 6.99 gems. Published originally on October 16th of 2019, X-Men #1 set into motion the dawn of X. It falls in line and builds off of the House of X and Powers of X limited series, both of which we have first issues of on VeVe already. The release of X-Men #1 set into motion a giant world-building event, which continued a revitalization of the X-Men franchise. It combined many different X-Men characters and histories into one massive story, and would allow for new and old readers alike to step into the world of X-Men. X-Men #1 would really just showcase Jonathan Hickman's immense abilities as a storyteller. His writing often involves grand, interconnected threads that span multiple issues or series. It combines elements of science fiction, fantasy, and existentialism, elevating the story beyond just entertainment and offering readers a deeper intellectual experience. All said, if you're a fan of X-Men from any age and you want to know what the future of the X-Men franchise is going to be looking like, X-Men #1 and Jonathan Hickman are a great place to get started. In terms of the story within this comic, the backdrop here is the mutant population has been adapting to their transformed existence in the mutant paradise and independent nation of Krakoa. There they have established a cohesive mutant society where past villains and heroes alike work in unison to safeguard mutant kind from the dangers of the human world. And we won't go deeper than that snapshot because Jonathan Hickman's writing is nuanced and interesting and absolutely worth reading. But essentially this first comic focuses on the family of Scott Summers, who now has taken residence up on the moon. And what you will get from reading this comic is a deeper understanding of the characters and world Hickman and Marvel has created. This focus on building complex characters and worlds that readers relate to largely is what made this series such a smashing success. It is from this complexity that current comics and stories continue to be created. Let's dig into all these covers and look at the editions being minted. The common classic cover is minting 4,500 editions, and it sets the stage for the style of art readers have come to expect from Leinil Yu. This fully saturated cover depicts the extended Summers family and Wolverine, staged and ready for battle. Next, the uncommon vintage variant is minting 1,687 editions. This cover grays out the majority of the scene with the exception of Cyclops, which is quite fitting as this first issue centers around him. The issue opens with a Cyclops flashback from the first moment of opening his eyes under the guidance of Professor X. The rare hero variant in our first VeVe exclusive cover is minting 750 editions. In this cover, Larroca has established a new and powerful pose and layout. In it, Cyclops is again postured in power as the extended Summers family is gathered around preparing for the battle. The ultra-rare Vibranium variant is minting 375 editions. Now with the addition of Delgado's rich coloring, the whole cover comes together in strength and magnitude. The details paired with the deep saturation make this a powerful cover X-Men collectors will covet. Last, the secret rare True Believer variant is minting 188 editions. This one is an interior panel pull, and here's the panel it's being sourced from. This is a beautiful selection because this is a moment in the issue that's profound. It's the moment Cyclops confirms that he truly believes he has found his home, a place where he and his family will be safe and thrive. And this is a key tone that established this series and what it meant for the X-Men. And that's a wrap for this breakdown video. I've enjoyed Jonathan Hickman's run on X-Men so much that I own the Omnibuy that compiles a lot of his works together so I can read those at my leisure. So it's really exciting for me to get to collect this one on VeVe. With that being said, best of luck if you decide to go for this one. And until the next breakdown video, keep learning, sharing, and collecting what you love. This is Corey with VeVe, signing off.